Like, what do you mean?
As a pimp, you know what pimp means. You speak English better than me.
No, that is not true. Because if that was true, you'll be seeing it everywhere in Muslim countries. But you don't see any.
You see it
no,
everywhere.
you don't see it.
You see it everywhere. Just go to Turkey, go to Egypt, go to all countries, Muslim countries. You see it everywhere. But look at this. This is the Quran. Is the Quran better than the countries of Muslims? Here we go. Chapter 24, verse number 33. It says, "Force not your slave girls," because now you Muslims, you don't have slave girls no more, most of you. So force not your slave girls into prostitution if they desire chastity, which means if they don't desire chastity, if they agree, it's okay. If you force them, still it's okay. And if you force them, Allah is merciful. There's no punishment for you or for them. Chapter 24, verse number 33. You can be working as a pimp in Islam. It's in front of you.
Give me 1 second. What verse is this?
Chapter 24, verse number 33.
Chapter 24,
ولا
verse.
تكرهوا فتياتكم على البغاء إن أردنا تحصنا. Don't force them to do prostitution if they choose chastity. But if they agree not to be chaste, they like to be hookers, fine, it's fine, very fine. And even if you force them, Allah is all merciful.
But these are only slaves.
So you can work as a pimp in Islam, and the one you are now is actually more evil. Now you are abusing girls, you kidnap them from their family, you make them sex slave literally, and you force them to prostitution. And your God now, because the Muslim women, they start complaining, the husband, they don't sleep with them, and everybody have tons of women, and he is making a business. So now Muhammad make it legal to have pimp business. And now you are saying to me, oh, because they are slaves, so we can work as a pimp. So you can be a pimp, and you agreed with me.
I don't agree with you, but I just got to check the tafsir or commentary. And
no problem, you can check the tafsir, it's in front of you. You speak Arabic. Why Muslims, they cannot understand the Quran in Arabic and they need tafsir? If the Quran says we made it in a clear details, this is why we made it in Arabic. Why we make it in Arabic? To make it in order to make it clear. Look like it's still not clear for Muslims. So Allah, He failed to make His Arabic clear to you. And this is additional proof that the Quran can't be from God, because you just said I need to read the interpretation. Why? Because the Quran in Arabic is not clear for you, and you are an Arab.
No, that's because one Arabic word can have different meanings,
multiple
meanings.
Still, you make it more horrible. So your God is using wrong language, wrong word, because there's many meaning, and now He's confusing us more. So why in the Quran He says we made it in Arabic language, so it make it clear? So obviously the Arabic language does not make it clear; it make it more confusing. Correct?
Give me one more. I'm still I'm reading the verse, trying to understand it.
No problem. The Quran, chapter 12, verse number 2, it says, "Verily we have sent you down in Arabic, Quran, in order that you may understand." And obviously you may understand not, even though you are an Arab and you speak Arabic very well, but still you have no idea what the Quran is saying, and you are getting confused. So Allah is a very bad person in Arabic. His Arabic is like a Pakistani guy. He went to Saudi Arabia and he learned to say two words like Sadiq. And Allah now is using the word Sadiq. Yeah, that's what happened. I like it when Muslims laugh. We can show you tafsir on the screen if you want.
No, I'm trying to read the previous verses.
No problem.
Maybe you're trying to get stuff out of context, because you do that all the time.
I never do, because simply this is even your Islamic scholars agree with that.
Another, I think maybe because Allah is allowing pink because they're poor. So they need money to survive.
My friend, you see, don't be offended now. I'm just being like sarcastic. You are the smartest person ever in the world who called me. So I am poor, but I have tons of slaves. That makes sense. Look like only poor people, they own slaves. Rich people don't have slaves. I mean, come on, only poor people. They are poor, but they have tons of slaves, and they are beautiful girls. You see how poor they are? Well, a poor person, he can't even feed himself. So how he owns slaves? How you are poor, yet you own a human being, not cows. It's not a cow. It's not a donkey. You own humans. So how poor you are, yet you own many maids, slaves.
Yeah, but it's not actually pimp. They're not actually prostitute. They get arranged marriage.
What arranged marriage? It says al-bagha. You speak Arabic. Suddenly now you don't know Arabic. Does it say al-bagha? What al-bagha mean? Even your Muslim translation says, force not your maids into prostitution. Ahmad, come on.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
It's true. Okay, thank you very much. So Islam allow you to work as a pimp. But for sure, you are a nice person. You are a good man. You will not do that. Correct, Ahmad?
Yeah.
Okay, so you are better than Allah.
Yep, that's true. But okay, let me tell you one thing.
Hold on. Okay, did you just say that's true? So you agree that Allah is a bad person? You just said you are better than Allah.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying you gotta look into the tafsir, because this could be.
My friend, we can look at the tafsir, no problem. You know, you speak Arabic. There's no tafsir. I mean, it's easy. Look at the tafsir. Open Ibn Kathir and read it. It's the same. And you agreed. This is about a verse so clear. You know, if you force them, Allah is all merciful. There's no penalty in Islam for prostitution. There's no penalty. Not a single time. You can use your slaves as you wish. And you are the one who said to me right away, oh yeah, because they are slaves. So we can use them and abuse them. And here, because the Muslim women...
Yeah, but only for sex.
Yes, or for sex. But this is what prostitution is about. Those women, they are not going to teach in school. They are just opening their legs. What do you mean only for sex? So, supposedly this is better now? This is their job. Their job is only for sex. Thank you very much. So your God himself is a pimp, because the one who allow you to be a pimp, he must be a pimp.
What's wrong with that?
What's wrong with God is a pimp? You agree that your God is a pimp, and you are saying what's wrong with that?
I'm saying like God is trying to satisfy our desire. What's wrong with that?
Well, thank you very much. So you see, why you said to me, I said to you, what is the proof that Islam is from God? You said to me, Islam forbid every bad things. I said, like what? You said, like adultery, fornication, etc. But now you agreed that your God, Allah, He cares for satisfying our sexual needs by promoting prostitution and opening a pimp house and making temporarily sex contracts. So your prophet and your God, they are from the red flags family. You know, they have red flag. The Arab in the old days, in the time of Muhammad, they used to have red flag. If the woman she is prostitute, she have a red flag in the top of her house, so the customers will know. So your God, Allah Himself, His house have a red flag.
Incorrect, man. That's incorrect.
Okay, that's correct. So why you don't leave Islam, Ahmad? You accept yourself. I mean, I'm sure you are a person of honor. You don't accept such a thing. Do you accept yourself that, with my respect to your family, you know, that your family, any member of your family, I'm not trying to insult, please careful. I'm not trying to insult. Do you accept any member of your family, your father, your brother, your sister, your mother, your sister, they do any of this practice?
No, of course not.
So why you don't leave Islam, my friend?
Yeah, but these are not happening to Muslim women. These are happening to slaves, Christians, and Jews.
But doesn't change anything. That's mean you are a rapist. That's mean you are a pimp at the end of the day. And not only that, who said that the slaves are not necessarily Muslims? Because many of them, they convert to Islam. Isn't it Bilal was a slave too?
Halal, yeah, he was a slave.
Okay, so Muslims own Muslim slaves. So there's the slaves who they are Muslims. So are you saying now to me that if I kidnap a Muslim woman and I force him into slavery to be sex slave, is okay just because she is not Christian? Is that your ethic?
No.
This is what you said to me. You said to me just because they are not Muslims, so we can rape them, we can make them sex slaves, we can force them to prostitution. You just agreed on that.
I'm saying maybe this verse was revealed at that time.
For sure, it's revealed at that time. Ahmad, come on, my friend.
Only at that time.
My
it's
friend,
not meant for today.
Everything revealed at that time, and you Muslims, you claim that the Quran fit for all times.
No, it doesn't. Because Mutah doesn't. Mutah was only practiced during the Prophet's lifetime. It's
no,
not
I can
anymore.
show you hadith where Muhammad practiced it during his life, and then Umar practiced it after his death, and all the caliphate they practice it.
If that was the case, then how come the scholars and sheikh have forbidden Mutah?
Because they say that the Prophet, he allowed it, he forbid it, he allowed it, he forbid it, he allowed it, he forbid it. But this is in the hadith, and the hadith is